Poppin', y'all. This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get to the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So the title of this video is going to be focused on the fact that, man, listen, I be really, you feel me, trying to leave, but there are some people who just won't let me go. You know what I'm saying? And then I start to think about how, you know what I'm saying, I get along with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I know that there are people that ain't for me, but I feel like truly, you know what I'm saying, it's all in the redirection and unlearning and relearning. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really think about it, for me personally, I get along with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I be in with everybody, just being me, vibing. And because of people, you know what I'm saying, being brought up in maybe feeling as if they couldn't love somebody because of boundaries or restrictions, you know, things that are taught to them. But once they get a sense of who they are for real and they pull away from everybody, you know what I'm saying, it helps broaden your view of life and how you look at things. You know what I'm saying? And I just say that to say, like, listen, I love being in the hood. I like being around the hood niggas, the hood bitches, you feel me? I like functioning, you know what I'm saying, where I feel like I'm supposed to be. And every time I try to leave, they keep pulling me back. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, man, I get it, I understand, just due to all the skits and all the events I've been to and all the people I've been around, you know what I'm saying, I just be personally really feeling like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I just personally got a second chance on life on how to view people and how to look at people. You know what I'm saying? Because really, truthfully, honestly, yesterday I had an experience where even if I wanted to like leave people alone, let them go, for some reason they just always find me. You know what I'm saying? I either run into them, I don't know why, for what reason, but it'd be a reason. You know what I'm saying? And that reason being that I'm not judgmental. I don't judge nobody. And then, listen, Snapchat ain't no better because they be replaying memories. And I got to thinking to myself how, you know, I really function with people. You know what I'm saying? I really be in places where a lot of people don't know how to be themselves because they've been judged. And then they interact with someone like me who allows them to be themselves. And I think that's the greatest feeling ever in the world. But I'm also understanding and mindful that because of who I am, the universe has a certain way of pulling people away from me. That's just what it is. I can't control that. You know what I'm saying? And if you're meant to be around me, then you will. But listen, that takes a lot of work sometimes. It takes a lot of healing. It takes a lot for people to actually, you know what I'm saying, realize their actions and their judgments and how they could be better and improve. You know what I'm saying? But again, realizing that the spirit is something that you have to be willing to heal on your own. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're going to be feeling more and more depressed because you're going to be thinking to yourself, like, why is it I'm still stuck in a certain area of my life, but I find myself, you know what I'm saying, wanting to be around somebody that I put off. You know what I'm saying? Someone that I put to the side. Someone that I didn't think was of high value because of, you know what I'm saying, my upbringing and how I think and operate. You know? It's crazy, but it's such a real thing. And sometimes I just got to release and talk about it because today is Friday. You feel me? I got 2 days until my birthday. You know what I'm saying? And I just be feeling like I be damned if I do and damned if I don't. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, I don't think people really understand. Sometimes I don't even really understand myself how I be wanting to pull away from people that betray me. Like, I know behind my back you wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? But then I be trying to forget him and let him go, and then end up running into him, and I be thinking to myself, what in the world is the universe trying to tell me? You know what I'm saying? It's trying to tell me something. And so then I just, naturally let life be. Like, sometimes you can't control everything. And me being who I am, that's just how my mind state is. You know what I'm saying? Trying to control things and make sure you got a perfect plan of attack when it comes to something that you've experienced. But oftentimes, life just don't work like that. Life is just life. You just never know the outcome. You just never know, you know what I'm saying, where it's directing your path. Especially when you on the universe, God, Allah, whoever you choose to pray to's time. You can't just be mapping out how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm still sucking it in the trenches, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be thinking to myself, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But I just got a new handle on myself. Meaning that because I don't judge, you know what I'm saying? I don't put nobody down. Listen, I done been on skits with the you feel me, the trappers, the scammers, the robbers in the trap. Listen, it didn't offend me. It didn't make me feel no type of way. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, me knowing who I am, I realize now that as you elevate and grow, in order for people to be a part of your life, they also got to do the same thing. If a person's still running around, lying, not admitting to themselves the truth, even though they see it, you know what I'm saying, and they want to be a part of it, you're going to have to deal with the consequences that come with that. That's what the universe is doing. It has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be wanting to be around you because they be wanting to intentionally destroy you and attack you and keep doing it. But then part of me be believing like they want to be around because it's something inside of them that they are waking up to, and they just don't know how to reach out for it because they scared. So again, that means you're gonna have to be willing to do and pass the lessons on your own at that point. You feel me? I don't got no attachment to nobody. It's easy to let people go and let them go off and do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? But in the past, it wasn't that easy for me. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, okay, if you meant to be here, you'll be here. If you not, you not. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But listen, this is my city. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because I've been running these streets for so long. You know what I'm saying? Forming bonds and relationships with people. You know what I'm saying? That I've always been the eyeball out. I've always been the one that, you know what I'm saying, you could tell just was different from everybody else. But again, I function with that. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes we had some bomb times. A lot of times I don't even think they knowing that they was really protecting me for real. You feel me? Like, I can't just leave them to the wolves. I just can't. That just ain't me. You feel me? I actually really, truly enjoy being at the cookouts, the barbecues. You feel me? Listen. Real ones turn me on. And oftentimes, real ones are in the midst of the chaos. Simply because they have to get to know themselves more. And a lot of times that takes going through the journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm not blank to nothing that happens in the near future. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things that happen and I'll be thinking to myself like, if the universe, God, Allah, whoever you pray to, knew that this person betrayed me and backstabbed me in my back, why do you keep having me run into this person? You know what I'm saying? And then it helped me revise who I am. But as you growing in who you are, you shedding away programming as well as adding a new revised person to you. So sometimes I'll be having judgments or, you feel me, being analytical. But what I realize is that just be me. You feel me? To all people. You feel me? Once you know who you are, you can function with everybody. You know what I'm saying? You just have strong enough boundaries to where some things just ain't you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I be feeling like I'm the protector of a lot of people. You feel me? Children, all that. You know what I'm saying? And that is the ability to protect them, to allow them to be free in a place where it's not okay to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for me to be me. But I know that when I get into a crowd, everybody loves me. Everybody's family members love me. I'm the one you bring home to your mama. You feel me? Everybody function with me for real. You know what I'm saying? And I just be feeling like it was up to me to really get to know myself, to be able to protect everyone so they could be able to be themselves. And that takes growth and time. You know what I'm saying? Listen, every time I try to leave, something keep pulling me back. Like, for real. You feel me? And it just be like, I feel as if You know what I'm saying? Because this is exactly where I need to be. It's so much more in store for me in life. I get it. But at the same time, I'm the person, you feel me, can't judge nobody. You know what I'm saying? I understand and realize, like, some people had to go and find out on their own. You know what I'm saying? But how about, imagine living life on your own, but realizing that, you feel me, the one person that, you feel me, was by your side through thick and thin is the one that you discarded the most. You know what I'm saying? And that was actually the one that was needed for what's happening in this life right now, because people are turning on each other. You know what I'm saying? People are not really who you thought they were. And it's, sometimes it makes people feel like they can't trust nobody. Me being one of those people. I couldn't trust nobody, you feel me? I listened everywhere I turned, everybody just in it for themselves. But in reality, I feel as if just like I was going through the healing, they going through the healing too. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about it on a positive spectrum, after you go through the dark night of the soul, you start to seeing things different. You know what I'm saying? Just let it be. However it is exactly how it's supposed to be for you. Because I done seen some rapid changes over the last couple days that made me think to myself, like, damn, you feel me? It don't matter. You feel me? At the end of the day, what I think or feel. If it's not for me, it's going to be taken out. You know what I'm saying? But that don't stop me from being me. I'm still going to be myself. You know what I'm saying? In a world where it's not okay to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Listen. I don't know what it is, but it's just something about being places and doing things that, spark my soul, make me feel good about who I am. And I don't be waking up no days feeling like, you feel me, just the worst thing on the planet, like how I did in the past. You feel me? Things are all right. They can improve and be better, but for now, you feel me, I'm thugging it out. I'm making do with the best of what I got. You know what I'm saying? But again, it would be so lovely once all the people out there getting the back, listen, bring some of it my way, but energetically. But I'm also realizing, like, you feel me, getting the bag is an energy. You know what I'm saying? It'll come when it's necessary, but right now I'm teaching a different lesson. You know what I'm saying? And so I'd rather me be able to be around all my people. You know what I'm saying? That's priceless. That don't cost nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because when I love somebody, I love hard. You know what I'm saying? And I can't just be walking around, you feel me, being mad or upset. But what I will do is continue to not engage with people that still haven't grown or haven't grew. And oftentimes I feel like a lot of people that are in touch with who they are, they'll stay away. You feel me? Because they know they still working on themselves. But then there are some who just be trying to test if they could get away with who they've always been against somebody that has grew. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than what people think to me. It's more than just money. You know what I'm saying? It's about me realizing and having the people that have always been separated actually come together. You know what I'm saying? And form an alliance where we start to realize that if we heal, we can come together and be together and life will be okay. But again, I'm a very influential piece to the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to engage or be around people that know that they doing me harm. They just think that I ain't gonna pay attention to it, and they can get away with it. You feel me? I'm not that naive anymore. I'm very in touch with who I am. But that don't mean I don't love y'all though. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Something about me having a connection with the ones that just is very different from me. You know what I'm saying? But I love them too. So listen, it's crazy, it's weird. I be wanting so much for my life, and there are so many things that I do want that I know that I ain't gonna stop until I get. But it's a matter of energetically aligning up with connection. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are still working on parts of themselves to where they can get back to find their way to me. And then some of them are on a different timeline. You probably won't ever be able to catch up with me, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. But listen, if you're working hard on really trying to know who you are, you just never know. Life is unpredictable like that. Things happen with no control over it, but a lot of people don't believe. You know what I'm saying? In the power of the universe, God, Allah, whatever you choose to understand. Me, I can see the signs. I can see how they match up. I can see the synchronicities. I can see how this mapped out to this, how this plan, like the things people miss. And the reason why your life is connected in a certain way. A lot of people aren't able to be in touch with that. They be just thinking stuff be happening. Nah. You know what I'm saying? It's aligned with your energy. So if you play me, you really playing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just how it is. But again, sometimes I wake up energetically with the thought of thinking to myself, like, you on a very bigger mission than what people can understand. You know what I'm saying? And I truly believe it's the unity in bridging the gaps between both worlds. And that's like a video I seen yesterday of DC Young Fly and Kirk Franklin actually dancing on stage together, and DC being his crazy self, and then Kirk Franklin dancing, doing some dances he learned from TikTok. Like, it's about the unity and coming together of both worlds, you know what I'm saying? And once we get that established, everything could be all right, you know? And listen, my Snapchat yesterday just let me see something that reminded me of how, you know what I'm saying, I'm exactly where I need to be, you know what I'm saying? So listen, do the work. Get it together. You just never know. We might run into each other. You know what I'm saying? If it's meant to be. So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.